Welcome to part 10 of the Ultimate Loadbox comparison. In case you haven't seen the previous episodes, you can find all links in the description box below. Today we will test the Ironman II from ToneKing, and this is the very last device of the series that we will check with the aim to find out which loadbox offers the best line-out signal for recordings. The Ironman II has a pretty good reputation as attenuator, but as you can see on the backside, it also comes along with an unbalanced line-out check for the guitar signal without any cabinet simulation and a balanced XLR check that provides an analog cab simulation. What we need now is the line-out signal without any cab simulation, because in the final video of the series we will compare all load boxes, and therefore it's very important to use the same IRs together with the same IR loader, which is my XFX3. In this video we will again check the sounds by reamping some guitar tracks, check the latency, the ground hum sensitivity, and the noise of the device, and we will take a look at the overall response curve as well. The Ironman II is used in silent mode, means without a cabinet connected, so the setup is identical to the other load boxes of the series. However, to safely unplug the speaker, the Ironman must also be set to the maximum possible attenuation of minus 38 dB, so please keep this in mind. None of the load boxes is sponsored, each one has been purchased with my own money. I'm not getting paid for making these videos, so you can be sure that I'm not influenced by any company. The Ironman does not have a line-out level control, even if you can find the following words in the manual. The adjustable level control allows you to control the level of the line-out signal. This is useful if the line-out is being used to drive another guitar amplifier, where you need to reduce the level to avoid overdriving the guitar amplifier. The level switch on the backside affects the balanced XLR DI output only, so it looks like somebody should tell them that something is missing. But now let's start to reamp the recorded DI tracks of the unprocessed guitar signal, so we can compare the results without any changes in my playing later. As always, we will start with a clean sound through my König amp. Next, my Friedman BE100 Deluxe is used for the mid-gain sound. Finally, my EVH 5150 Stealth Edition amp is used for the high gain sound. Now let's take a look at the overall response curve. For this we compare the line-out of the load box with the white noise input signal of the amp, which was fed into the power amp via the effects return loop. For more details, simply watch episode 1. As you can see, a deep low cut starts at around 100 Hz, and there's a big dent at around 1 kHz and a high cut starting at around 3 kHz. This curve is very special because the shape is pretty different compared to all other curves. As already mentioned in episode 3, the response curve represents the Loadbox and the power tube amp. You can find more details about in that video. And now, just for fun and to get an impression how good the analog cabinet simulation is, I've also recorded 2 additional tracks by using the internal cabinet simulation. First with the cone and next with the edge setting engaged. Well, that's pretty interesting because I think these tracks sound better than the track with the IR. So there are 2 possibilities. Either the analog cabinet simulation is better than the IR, or the line out signal isn't that good. And based on the response curve, I would say it's the latter. Now let's continue with the latency check. And as you can see here, the latency is around 0.3 milliseconds, which is identical to the round-trip latency. So we have no latency at all, which is exactly what I have expected because it's a fully analog device. Now let's check the ground hum sensitivity. As you can see in the signal chain, I am using 2 DI boxes, one straight after the output of the audio interface and another after the line out of the load box. For the test, I'm using the high gain channel of my EVH amp, so we can clearly hear a difference. We will do 4 tests, first with both DI boxes engaged in the signal chain, next without the second DI box, then without any DI box, and finally without the first DI box. As you could hear, the first 2 setups work perfect. In the third and fourth configuration you can hear a massive ground hum. The Loadbox has some slots and openings in the housing to protect it from overheating. There is no internal fan. As you could hear, there is not much noise. Some sound noise is audible, which mainly comes from the amp tubes. So the Ironman is the most silent device in the test. The next episode is the final video of the series, and then we will finally find out if there is a clear winner or not by comparing all results. I'm not entirely sure if I will make it to the next week because it's really a lot of work and because of a serious spec issue, but this should not be your problem. Anyway, pressing like and subscribe does not hurt, so please give it a try. Stay tuned for the final video and see you soon on this channel.